It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the reigning AFC champs and the Saints, next on Madden Football.
It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years, and our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. With Brock here, I'm Kate Scott. Happy to welcome you to week 2 of 3 here in the preseason. And this is the week, Brock, where a lot of players, they're not just fighting their opponents out there anymore, but they're fighting each other for the roster spots remaining as we look ahead to the final week of the preseason.
Yeah, that's well said, Kate. And every coach will say the same thing across all 32 teams. Don't count numbers.
Yeah.
Don't look around the room.
Yeah.
Don't look at anybody else. Just worry about doing your job. But when you're outside the top 40 or so, you know it. You know you're on the bubble, and your performance in this game really matters.
Through the warm-ups, both teams are ready. And here we go from New Orleans. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out as a former 5th rounder from South Carolina. And before that, Oklahoma, it's Spencer Rattler.
You know, one thing I get a little tired of around draft time, Kate, is hearing all these people say, oh, he can make every throw. He can make every throw. Technically, sure. Every guy that's drafted can make every throw. But how special are those throws? How much accuracy? How much zip? When it comes to Spencer Rattler, dude's got a live arm. It isn't the arm or the...
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far. All right, Brock, getting a look now at their draft class from this year. And some haters on the outside for this class. But I know inside the building, they're real excited about this group.
You know, one thing, Kate, I've learned, meeting scouts out on the road, especially on the college level, I'll talk to them. They'll say, different organizations like, yep, this guy's a Raven. Yep, this guy's a Seahawk. Yep, this guy just fits who we are. The elite programs, they don't care about the noise on the outside. When they see a fit to their team and their organization, they go get them. And that's what I see in this draft class.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And some professional English on that ball as it bounces out just short of the end zone at the 2-yard line. So here are the Steelers now, taking over for the first time. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminding yourself and your huddle, hey. Also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go and put a score on the board. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he gets them a fraction more breathing room out to the 3-yard line. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Pass play now. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Steelers set to punt it. And he's in a real tough spot for his first kick. And he drives it towards the other end of the field. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And they steal it back on the return. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. They have him back there because of the incredible things that he can do on punt returns, Brock, but this time he winds up giving the other side their incredible moment.
That's right. As a returner, you've got to feel that. Well, they're lucky they can return it back to the house for 6.
Now the PAT try coming up. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy.
Get the returner down, and number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
Has some space inside the 15. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. All set up now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Gibbs. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and open.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They'll throw it. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Gibbs is across the line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. It's a Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. 2nd drive coming up for the Saints offense. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Play action on 1st down. They left him wide open. It's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Rattler setting the throw. Short pass brought in. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. First slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Caught by the open man. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. First is man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Touchdown, New Orleans! Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ballgame.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point set. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set 1st and 10. On the move. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. You really need some chunk yardage here on second down. Looking to the air here. Intended for Pickens. It's intercepted. And the Saints get the football back after returning this to the 15-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Rattler. Finds the in route complete. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Running back sent in motion left. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The Steelers offense headed out. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2nd and 3 now. From the 32. This ball's cut by Pickens. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Straight ahead with Gibbs. Across midfield to the 45. And he's down to the 42-yard line. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back to throw. He sends this one to the end zone. He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling for that defense. Puts a sack on the board.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Here comes the Saints offense. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Connects with the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Running back sent in motion. Hauled in by Olave, left side. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
It's the pick of the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter 1. Neither side separating much so far. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They have it, 2nd and 4. Rattler back to throw. It is caught left side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the well again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They kick the running back in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. They didn't add to their lead last time out, so they punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. T.J. Turner comes up with it. And the Saints will return this well into the red zone before he's brought down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Toss to the right side. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. He's got it! And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Offense at the line, but they won't snap it. We've got a timeout. Now Rattler. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Rattler escapes the pocket, and they take this in for the score. The Saints kick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50. Pittsburgh getting its offense all set to go. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. He's got to gain a 6 there. Stop made by Braden Fisk. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 42. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
They look to throw on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. On 1st down, they'll run. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Back-to-back. What a hit, and the ball's loose. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough third down here. Option design here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Here comes the Saints punting unit. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. This lands deep into the end zone. We're picking things up at the 20 after the touchback. The Steelers and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Looks like play has been paused. We've got a timeout taken by the defense. First down, and they go right back to him. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Another one for Gibbs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They give to Gibbs on the option. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has it down close. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. The kicking team out there for the Steelers, and here they go to send it away. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. New Orleans back on offense and ready to go down. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Running back sent in motion. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints with some work to do, trailing in this game. 2nd and 3 now. From the 48. Into the hands of Olave. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Finds him over the middle. He has room past the 25. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Ready. Rattler to the air now. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Motioning him from the slot right. From the red zone now. It's a New Orleans touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everyone. You start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. The play. Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Steelers back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. To throw it on first down. Completed here to Pickens. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now on first down. That throw finds Pickens. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense. And they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's 44 yards here from the left hash. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. That's the half here in this one. All tied up thanks to that late field goal. Now we'll head over to Orlando, Florida. Check in with Jonathan Coachman for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in just a moment. Want to remind everyone, this is week 2 of the preseason. These two teams will have one more tune-up after this next week, before the regular season gets started on the Thursday following Labor Day. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the third quarter. Starting from the 5. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Out comes Pittsburgh. Its offense has it to begin the third quarter. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Shotgun handoff to Irving. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4. Now it looks like somebody is shaken up after that play. You never like seeing injuries, especially in the preseason. We'll get the training staff out to work on it. Finds him on the crossing route. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Here's the give to Irving. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Once again, Irving. And he's tackled for a short gain. It's a pickup of 3. They're going to need 3 more now on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look at the game. And it's 4th and short. We'll see if they go for it.
I love the thought there and the idea. Get your guy in space. But he can't make anything happen until he catches it cleanly first.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They kick the running back in motion. First throw for the backup now. Completed to his running back. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Just give this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41. Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. New set of downs for him from the 46. They'll run here on 1st down. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Pass play coming here. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll try and throw it here. Hits his running back. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running back sent in motion. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Here's a throw. And he brings it in for a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints grab the lead on their 1st series of the half. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw. Just the right touch. And you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now the offense getting set to go for the Steelers. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. That one's complete right side. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. And this is down to the 28 before the defense holds it. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now he'll throw off the play fake. For the 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one complete to Turner. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Slot man motioned over. From the 19. He's got a man left. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. To throw here on 1st down. Brought in by Turner. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He'll throw it yet again. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Steelers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Big gain, 14 on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On the give, this is Irving. Pushing for the red zone. And he has it almost to the red zone down at the 21-yard line. They're now set for 1st and 10. Right back to Irving now. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Well, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
From the 18 on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's dropping back to throw. Irving hauls it in. And he's brought down for a loss. So the Steelers turning things over to the field goal unit. He hit his 1st one. His 2nd one's coming from inside of 40.
Well, that's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The New Orleans offense set to go now. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. 1st and 10 now from the 30. They kick the running back in motion. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They're throwing it. Finds him over the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing it again here. It's complete to Turner. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on second down. They give it to him again. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Back to throw now. It is Cup, left side. And they bring him down around the 34.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Got all of it, and this is good. And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
It's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the 4th quarter when it really matters.
Has this at the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. The Steeler offense set to get back on the field. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. And he works through a lane for a gain up to the 30. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Irvin here from the gun. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make third down easier to handle instead? But did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. On now comes their punter. And he'll try to hit this one well. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Saints come marching onto the field. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Setting up a throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Dropping back to throw. And he has it along the sideline, but he got a little too close to that edge. They're going to say he's out of bounds. We've got 2nd down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Running back sent in motion. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
He'll throw it. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So out now comes the punter. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. Irving on the inside give. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. We've got a stoppage here. There's a player out there in some pretty obvious discomfort being worked on. All hopes, of course, that it's nothing serious, especially here in the preseason. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Back to the well again. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5. He's back to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. This is a guy who's used to embracing contact, Brock. Usually makes catches in spite of it, but I guess it's tough for anybody to make a play every time.
Yeah, I think these tight ends today, Kate, spend as much time in the old ice bath as just about anybody. And when you don't make that catch and you take the contact, well, that stings like the first seconds in the ice.
From midfield now. That one's complete over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 46. He's got it over the middle. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They are throwing it again. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down. 2nd and 3 now. They'll run here from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Steelers 1st down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Steelers down by 7. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Another carry for him. And he won't win the race to the outside. That one's bottled up at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Setting up to pass. Complete out to the right. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cut it to a point late in this one. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and...
Return coming from the 6. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. This offense making its way back out now. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Finds a man right side. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Here he is to throw. Finds the in route complete. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. back to throw. Catch made over the middle. And they make the tackle at the 38. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. On first down, they'll run. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Steelers calling their first timeout. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. And with 10 seconds left in this game, they're going to burn their final timeout. That one is good! And they take the lead right near the end of this preseason game.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Try and push it deep downfield. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. Could not beat the defender there. And it's going to be 2nd down. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So fans starting to stream from the Superdome to the French Quarter.